This room now basically is pretty much reserved to Wisconsin cars, and also nothing newer than 1957.
Really?
Because Nash became AMC, or American Motors Corporation, about 57, and so that's what we've done. We've kept it this floor for that purpose. So we feature the Kissel, which of course was made here in Hartford for 25 years, from '06 through '31. That's our feature car, and our second feature car is Nash, another Wisconsin car. We do have some other examples of cars from Wisconsin in other areas of the museum, but I'd really try to maintain nothing newer than 57 down here, except when we have a special car in.
Right. Well, speaking of Kissel cars, let's go to our first Kissel car and take a look, and maybe you can give us some background on it.
You bet. We'll do that.
You know, folks, you know me. You're usually used to seeing me at a drag strip or a car show somewhere. And I got to be honest with you, I heard the name Kissel before, but I really didn't have much knowledge of them, and I didn't realize that they were that significant in Wisconsin.
Well, Kissel was the second longest-lived car builder in the state of Wisconsin. Over 20 years in length of construction. They had a tremendous size factory. They made about 35,000 vehicles of all kinds. Yeah. Kissel was made right here in Hartford, Wisconsin. At their peak, they employed 1,000 people. From cars to trucks, from ambulances to hearses. And I have examples here of cars, trucks, and fire engines. Nash being the longest lived, and then Kissel, and then Mitchell, that was made in Racine.
Let's talk about this example right in front of us.
This car is an interesting, this is the famous Gold Bug, as it was nicknamed. The car is a speedster, was helped designed by Fritz Warner, the body designer for Kissel, and also a man named Conover T. Silver from New York helped in the design. Conover Silver was a car dealer in New York area. Anyhow, the car got its name because it was painted yellow and black, and a guy named Brownie used to travel the state of Wisconsin every summer, and he would do stories about Wisconsin. And every year he would borrow a car. And one year he got a Kissel, and it was this color, yellow and black. He thought the car was so neat, he thought it'd be a good idea. Let's run a contest and name the car. And so that's how it got its name, Gold Bug. Someone named it Gold Bug, and that was the name that was picked out. Anyhow, a lot of famous people had Gold Bugs. Amelia Earhart, Claudette Colbert, just a lot of movie stars. And in their heyday, Kissel, if people would come to town, they'd stay at the hotel that was on the corner of Highway 60 and Highway 83. They'd walk over to the factory, which was just a few doors down, and watch their car being built.
Is that right?
So that was one of the interesting things. Now, even though this is called a speedster, Kissel never won any records for fast travel.
Okay.
They won hill climbing contests, downhill braking contests, and things like that. But as far as speed, they were geared for the farm. And so, when you drive one, I drive this one. When you drive it, you feel like you need a fourth gear or maybe even a fifth gear,
Right.
Because it's so geared so low. But anyhow, it was an interesting car. It had the the gold color. It's a 6-cylinder engine. It has a top, of course, that comes up, and there is a drawer, what they call a drawer seat, that pulls out from the side.
Neat.
And that was a place where you could get an extra passenger or two. We happen to call it a mother-in-law seat or a bad boy seat, one or the other.
What did Kissel make their own power plants for these cars? Or?
Kissel made all of their own 4-cylinder engines after about 1909, and they made all of their 6-cylinder engines. When it came to 8-cylinder engines, they would buy short blocks basically from Lycoming, and they would modify the engines and then put those in their cars. And then, as a matter of fact, they made some improvements on the Lycoming engine, and Lycoming liked them and included those improvements in their regular production for cars.
Oh, for cars.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But Lycoming, by the way, is an aircraft
Yeah.
engine builder.
That's right. So anyhow, the Kissel Gold Bug is the most famous.
Well, Dale, we can't thank you enough for your time today at the Wisconsin Automotive Museum. You've been more than gracious.
Thanks for coming out.
Truly rolled out the red carpet for us.
And it's not that far from Racine to Hartford, is it?
It's really not, folks. I urge you to come here and check it all out. We will leave the website on the screen for you and directions to the museum. And again, Dale, thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you.